Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So, brand new month here. I'm really excited. The Walking Dead is returning in 12 days. There's already a few things coming out, and yeah, I mean, we're super close. I also want to add, really be on alert for spoilers because they're everywhere now. Apparently, there's been some stuff that has come out about the first couple of episodes here of part 2. So yeah, you might want to mute certain words if you're on Twitter or if you're on Instagram. I guess you can do. I don't know if you're able to mute words on Instagram, but just basically just take some precautions. Just be aware that they are out there. But The Walking Dead is returning in 12 days. I guess if you have AMC Plus, which to me is just the official release. I mean, like, come on. I know a lot of people are hanging on to the cable release, and maybe for some people it is because it's releasing on cable, but like the official release to me is on AMC Plus because that is their streaming platform. I know they're promoting it like watching it a week early, but like it just kind of makes no sense. Like you're releasing it there, so you're releasing it on that day, and people who pay for that subscription service, which is a lot of people, will be able to watch the episode that day. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird time, but anyways, let's get into this here. So I really wanted to talk about the new teaser that was released, and it was something that is actually going to be pretty exciting, and I really actually am very excited to get into this. And it does feel like, based off of some of the things that have come out from The Walking Dead, that episode 9 is going to end in a way where the Commonwealth show up and they're basically going to go there. And I really wonder how fast it's going to happen. And I really hope it's not too fast. Like, I know they're doing a several week time jump, and I know it's going to happen in episode 10. But there's just a feeling I have, ever since that synopsis came out, that time jump is going to happen at the end of episode 9 and not in episode 10. And again, it's not a bad thing. I'm sort of saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm mostly just kind of worried about the Reaper arc beforehand. Like, I'm not a fan of the arc either, but I also wanted to end, I want to have that satisfying conclusion there. And not even that, like, I want to have answers on Alden, right? Like, is Alden going to die? Are we going to see that scene play out? Or is Leah going to die? And if she does die, is it going to feel way too rushed? I think they could do it justice, but it just kind of seems like episode 9 is, I mean, first of all, it's only like 43 minutes or something. It's not extended. And so I'm kind of worried about that. I'm worried that if they do the time jump at the very end there, that it's going to feel like it's a little bit too much. But I hope maybe the time jump, like if they do it at all, it's just like it's a short thing. It's a very small thing. Like, think of what comes after. Like, just think of that scene, right? Like Rick's goodbye happened. They did so much in that episode, but like Rick's goodbye happened, and then you just see the grass get longer, goes green or more dark green, and then all of a sudden we get like this minute or two scene of like we see Magna's group fighting walkers. Judith shows up and saves them. And that was a big time jump right there of 6 years. I think they could do something like that. Like, that could work there, where we see the Commonwealth show up. It's like this, and all of a sudden they do some sort of transition. And then it's been weeks later, we see Carol just like selling cookies or whatever. And you're like, what the hell happened here? And then it's just like really puzzling, really shocking. And then that's your send off to episode 10. I think that could work really well. I think that would be really cool. And so if they are going to do the time jump at the end of episode 9, really keep it to like the last minute or two. Like, really just savor it for the end, because it's a really exciting teaser for episode 10. And then just kind of keep the last like 40 or the first 40 minutes all about ending the Reaper arc. Because you got to remember too, like, they have to do a lot of stuff in episode 9. There's Gracie and Judith and Aaron, they're in the basement, it's flooding, with water. There's walkers there. There's all of that, the whole Storm storyline there. They got to end that. Maggie and Negan and Elijah, Gabriel, even Daryl, they're all still at the Reaper base, and it's nighttime there still, right? So we still have to see how that's going to play out. That firework weapon is still going off. That's literally where we ended. I mean, this is basically confirmation that scene's going to wrap up super quick, and then the opening credits are going to roll, and it's going to be daytime, right? There's also that scene of Gabriel where he's confronting that other priest, right? So we got to see how that plays a role here. And then there's also the whole showdown in general there. First of all, we're going to see like Negan and Maggie versus Carver, whatever the hell his name is, from the Reapers. That's going to take place, and then there's going to be a showdown outside. We also got to see how the reveal with Alden takes place, and then they got to somehow come back from there. That journey probably will happen very fast, but they do have to come back. We see a lot of shots of like Gabriel and Daryl, you know, camping. Maggie and Negan are just kind of, it looks like it's the aftermath of what they dealt with at the Reaper base, and they're just traveling back now. So there's that. And like, once they do get back, there's that whole reunion there, and we see them just sort of reacting to everything that happened. And then there's also like the Daryl and Connie reunion. Obviously, it's going to happen in 9. And then the Commonwealth show up, and then apparently they're supposed to, like, there's just so much stuff that they got to fit in 40 minutes. And again, that just means this episode is going to be super entertaining, right? This episode's probably going to be one of the best, like, mid-season, I guess it's technically not mid-season yet, but like one of the mid-season, like, premieres, right? In a while, just because there's so much stuff they have to get through that I actually think it could be pretty entertaining, but it also means that there's that fear going in that they might rush through all of this, right? And that is generally my sort of fear. I do think once they do the several week time jump, it's going to feel refreshed. And I mean, I'm ready to go with the Commonwealth arc. You know, I think that, again, we'll talk about the teaser in a second. There's a reason why I brought it up, but I just hope that they don't forget about what happened, right? Like, I hope that they're not just like, you know what, we just got to like wrap this up really quick because we just want to get into that thing. So we're just going to like zoom by that really quick and then we'll just start off fresh. Because I just feel like, you know, just to the people who actually like the Reaper arc, who are actually invested in it, I want to see that pay off. Even though I'm not that invested in it, I mean, I am invested in it, even though I'm not that big of a fan of it, I do want to see it pay off well, and I really hope it does. And that's where I get into the Commonwealth video teaser, because obviously that's probably, I mean, my prediction is that could even be played in episode 9, right? Like, you got to remember, the synopsis for episode 10 says that everyone is now, you know, they have their assignments, they have their job titles, they have their sort of credentials, their lifestyle sort of given to them. It's supposed to happen, I guess, in 9 or maybe very early on in 10, but the synopsis says that, like, you know, after getting all of that, they are now sort of living this way, living this life and adapting to this new lifestyle. So that's kind of the assumption I'm getting there, is it's going to happen at the end of episode 9, I guess, which I just feel like is a little bit too much there. But just because, yeah, I don't know, it just seems like it's a little bit too much. So I hope that it's not too fast, because we know that Angela Kang does love her time jumps, right? Like, and I do support them most of the time. It's just, I notice sometimes, at least lately, there's been a little bit of rushing through certain moments that I just haven't been a fan of. And I think that's, again, that was a response to the way Gimple used to do things, which was like way too slow. Oh my God, that was way too slow. So do I prefer this over that? Kinda, yeah. Things have been overall better. I just hope that, you know, I hope going into the Commonwealth, we see more of their reactions. I want to live in that moment a little bit more, and I hope it's not just, like, I do get a part of it. Like, we already saw Eugene and everyone else kind of react to the whole situation, right? Like, they all freaked out once they first saw it, so maybe they don't want to show the fans all that again. But like, I also really care for that. I want to see Daryl's reaction to this. I want him to be like, wow, this was here the whole time, and like, we had no idea. We've been like, it was so close, and we've been here for how many years? So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how this all plays out. I mean, the Commonwealth military teaser is interesting, because obviously that is for, like, specifically for Daryl and Rosita. They're going to be the ones joining the military. There could be other characters as well. It's just those are the two characters that we've been seeing in teasers and stuff. So that's, I mean, yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? Daryl is definitely, like, he really wasn't anything beforehand, but he has like military skill, I guess. He's worked up to that anyways, even though he wasn't military. And then Rosita as well, you know, I mean, I don't know if she was in the military beforehand. I know there was some hint, or maybe they talked about it, I just forgot, but she's clearly, you know, she has the skills to be in the military. So it makes sense for both those characters to actually take the storyline. Rosita, I think, is going to fit in pretty well in the military and not get in too much trouble until some of the riots kind of start happening. And then I think that's where her story is going to start to flourish a little bit more. But I think Daryl's going to take a bit of that spotlight in the beginning, because I think he's going to be the one questioning a lot of things and getting in a lot of trouble and then forced to leave, and he's wanted, blah, blah, blah. I really feel like they're going down that route with him, which is going to be really exciting. But anyways, I just wanted to do this video here talking about some of the, I guess, that new teaser a little bit, and then some of the time jump concerns that I have for episode 9, because I just feel like, yeah, I don't have to go over it again. You guys already get the point. So post all your thoughts down below and your predictions, I guess, for episode 9. And also, are you concerned about a time jump? Do you like the fact that there's so many time jumps happening as of late? Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.